Lake Urmia. A failed restoration. In the northwest of Iran, between two ancient provinces, there was once a vast salt lake called Lake Urmia. It lay in a wide basin surrounded by mountains. Rivers flowed down from those mountains and fed it for thousands of years. The lake had no outlet. Water entered, but never flowed out. Only the sun removed water, leaving salt behind. This natural balance lasted for centuries. At its greatest size, Lake Urmia covered nearly 6,000 square kilometers. It was one of the largest salt lakes on Earth, and the largest in the Middle East. The lake helped control the local climate, cooled the land, and supported life. Nearly 6 million people lived in its basin. Their farms, villages, and cities depended on the lake's water, air, and stability. An ancient lake of life. For thousands of years, people lived alongside Lake Urmia. Rivers fed crops. The lake returned moisture to the air. Life moved in rhythm with nature. The lake was also a refuge for wildlife. More than 200 species of birds depended on it. Flamingos arrived in vast numbers. Pelicans, ducks, geese, and migratory birds used the lake as a resting place on long journeys between Africa, Europe, and Asia. Inside the salty water lived tiny brine shrimp. Small and unseen, they formed the foundation of the lake's ecosystem. Because of this richness, Lake Urmia was recognized internationally as a wetland of global importance. Growth without limits. In modern times, pressure on the lake increased. Population grew. Agriculture expanded. To grow more food, more water was taken. Rivers were dammed. Canals were built. Groundwater was pumped day and night. Water that once reached the lake was diverted to fields. Wells went deeper each year. At first, the lake absorbed the loss. Then it began to retreat. The shoreline moved back. Salinity increased. Farmland became salty and unproductive. Instead of stopping, water use continued elsewhere. What began as necessity slowly turned into excessive extraction. Climate turns against the lake. As human pressure increased, the climate changed. Rainfall in the surrounding mountains declined. Snowfall became rare. Rivers weakened. Summers became longer and hotter. Evaporation accelerated. Less water flowed into the lake. More water was lost to the sun. By 1998, scientists warned of danger. By 2017, Lake Urmia had lost nearly 90% of its surface area. Its water volume collapsed. Salinity rose beyond the tolerance of many living organisms. The lake was approaching collapse. The attempt to restore what was lost. In 2014, the government of Iran launched a large-scale restoration program. Hundreds of millions of dollars were allocated. New institutions were formed to save the lake. The goals were clear. Reduce agricultural water use. Control illegal wells. Restore river flows. Improve watershed management. Support farmers with less water. The effort became international. American and Japanese scientists, Iranian experts, and United Nations agencies worked together. Japan funded major research and management programs. FAO and UNDP provided technical support and planning. Satellite monitoring, water accounting, and long-term studies guided the project. This was not a symbolic effort. It was a serious scientific intervention. A short-lived recovery. In 2019, rainfall increased briefly. Water was diverted from nearby rivers. The lake level rose slightly. Patches of blue returned. For a moment, the restoration appeared to work. Hope returned. But the conditions that caused the collapse had not disappeared. A decade of drought. From 2015 to 2025, the region suffered prolonged and severe drought. Rain remained scarce. Snowpack failed to recover. Temperatures continued to rise. No policy could replace missing rainfall. No engineering project could overcome extreme evaporation. Year after year, water losses exceeded gains. By the early 2020s, Lake Urmia crossed a critical threshold. By 2025, satellite imagery showed the lake almost completely dry. The restoration failed not because of inaction, but because the intervention came too late, and the climate had already shifted. After water comes salt. As the lake dried, its exposed bed turned into a vast salt plain. Wind lifted salt into the air. Dust storms spread salt across farms and towns. Soil degraded. Crops failed. Health problems increased. Children coughed. Farmers lost livelihoods. Wildlife disappeared. The lake no longer sustained life. It spread damage instead. A global warning. Lake Urmia survived for thousands of years. It was destroyed in a few decades. Even with government commitment, international science, and large financial investment, the lake could not be saved. Its story is a warning to the world. Water systems have limits. Restoration has deadlines. Climate change removes second chances. Lake Urmia is now mostly gone. What remains is salt, silence, and a lesson written too late.